been the heart of this country. The proof of that is 911. Once government started taking our money, just literally stealing it, all of that ability to contribute to your favorite cause and to your church and all of that giving had to go away because there's only so much money. So keep that in mind when people say to you, well, so you just want people dying on the street? No, we want people to be able to help people because that's what it's all about.
Thank you. In addition to Toby, we have another gentleman that's running for United States Congress in the 2nd Congressional District, and that election, as you know, is next year for the Glen Nye seat, and that's for Glen Nye. Scott Taylor. Scott.
Woo! Hey, sorry I'm a little bit late. I had to do a little bit of work. You guys have been out here a lot longer than me, so I'll be really brief.
Louder, can't hear you.
I'm almost lost for words of what's going on, of course. I'm sure that everybody saw today that they've passed the last procedural vote, and tomorrow the Senate will go ahead and handle the corrupt practices that they've been doing. I'm infuriated about what's going on in Nebraska and up in Vermont, and I know that all of you guys are, Louisiana, and the list goes on and on and on. And I'm more motivated than ever to get up there and help and fight for you guys against this corruption. So again, I know that you guys are cold and I'm a little bit late to the party, so I apologize. But thank you for even letting me speak. And I'll be with you from now on. Make sure that I get invited because I want to come, and I'm going to be fighting for you.
You guys use Facebook, right?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook.
Join the Tea Party.
I'm on that group. But you can count that my views are yours. Small government for the people first. So I'll be fighting for you up there just like I did for you in Iraq. So,
thank you.
Thanks, John.
Karen, you want to come back? Just one note. If you are a family, combined family income of $82,000, and you do not have health insurance, it will cost you $15,000, which will be forced on you by the federal government. Nobody is getting away on this deal. Everybody's going to have a tax levied against them. So when Obama says no new taxes, he is absolutely telling the American public a lie, a full-faced lie, and that is not acceptable.
And can I have one out of line? Sorry. One more thing, somewhere buried in about 1,000 pages deep is, I'm sure you guys know, where it's going to be even tougher for the future Congresses to repeal this. Yeah, exactly. I know that you guys all have. Well, I'll be fighting against that, and if hired, I'm going to be working to repeal this to go through.
That's true.
Guys, I really appreciate Robert coming out and helping out and keeping track of numbers. It's like your job. But I want you guys to stay encouraged and to keep your fighting spirit up, because here's the deal. There's a lot of avenues open to us to fight this thing. We're Americans. We're creative. They can create this mess. We can figure a way to get rid of them and get this thing cleaned up. But it's going to take some serious dedication and some perseverance on our part. This is, as Robert alluded to earlier, a 7-year train. I'd say a 100-year train. It's been a long time in coming. They have been wanting government health care. They've been wanting to enslave us. You know, liberty's always got this tension between liberty and tyranny. The minute liberty is established, tyranny gives you a 2-minute break and says, well, we would like to do this, and they want to start moving you forward. It's really important to put your focus on the state as much as you can. National is important, but, you know, how many of you guys realize that city council, state delegates, state senators are like a farm club for national politics? We tend to ignore a lot of those, but they're huge farm clubs. You need to keep your focus on your state, on your local government, as well as the national. I want to see all y'all out. Now, Richmond Tea Party thinks they can get 500 to the state sovereignty rally, and I am thinking we cannot be outdone. We're the second largest tea party in the state, and we want to make sure that we have at least 300 to 500 people there, because I want to tell you something. Richmond freaks out if they have 500 people on the Capitol steps. Imagine if we get over 2,000. They will melt.
Yeah.
Be sure to have some delegate be putting in your hands for a change. So please do call your state delegate and encourage them politely to to step up and champion for your rights. You're champions. That's what they're elected for. They're not elected just to be a bench warmer. And to sign on to Bob Marshall's bill, be a co-patron, call your state senator, ask them to do the same thing, even the ones that have not been seated yet. Jeff McWaters indicates that he would, because I don't think he knows that there's a state provision that would say the state also cannot mandate a purchase in the same manner. And we want you to understand that we're really working now. The Tea Party is going to be working on doing some lobbying, working on getting folks involved in political parties. I don't care which one. I think Constitution-loving people need to be in all of them. And we're going to be working on the elections, and we're going to be working both on the federal level and the state level. There's a lot of work to be done, and we're not going to we're not taking this lying down. We are going to keep moving forward. And we're going to defeat it. And if we don't defeat it now, we're going to defeat it in the future. But you've got to keep in your mind that defeat for this bill is imminent. It is soon. Even if we don't see it next week, we will not stop until there's nothing left of it.
Karen, I've asked these two young children to come up here for a minute. This Christmas season, everybody's going to the mall. They're pulling out their credit cards. They're plunking it down, and they're buying. They're putting everything on credit. But next month, the bills come in. Right now, this nation is carrying a $20 trillion debt. $20 trillion. It's incalculable. There's 1,000 thousand in a billion, there's 1,000 million in a billion, and 1,000 billion in a trillion. 1,000 trillion in a billion and a trillion.
That's a lot.
These children here, are you working? Are you working? Well, they're going to be inheriting all this debt, and I think it comes out to $38,000 today is what they are going to owe tomorrow. And they haven't even started working yet. So I would suggest, where did their father go? This gentleman right back, if you could come up here, we're going to suggest that he goes out now and on Monday, after Christmas, goes to the Virginia Employment Agency and see if he can get them to work.
Wait, you've been legislated out of jobs, though.
Yes. That's right. So you don't realize what's in store for you, because the good life that we've had is coming to an end. And
we're going to fight for yours, though.
I hate to say it in a frightening manner, but it is very frightening. Would you like to say anything yourself?
Dave.
What is your name? I'm sorry.
Dave Donis.
He's on the executive board.
Okay.
I'm almost too angry to speak. I don't know. I'm sure many of you read the news the last couple days and the last few months. And it's disheartening. It's disheartening because these people took an oath. Like I took an oath, like a lot of people here took this oath, to protect and defend the Constitution. Right now, those same people are trampling on it. They are passing legislation that is blatantly unconstitutional. There was a time in this country where people would not have stood for this. That there would have been no tolerance for it. That people with pitchforks and torches would have stormed Capitol Hill and run these bums out on a rail.